Peace.
My TikTok views are shit, but this is only 6 seconds long, and if you watch it 4 times and then like, comment and share, they might not be so shit.
How to use a pencil like the old masters. First, sharpen a 2.5-inch lead to a tapered point. Then, hold the pencil to the side and use the very tip of the lead to get into the grooves of the paper. Make sure never to shade using the up and down M motion. Instead, use singular directional strokes. Each layer of shading should have its own consistent directional mark. And switching this direction with each layer helps you really get into all of the grooves of the paper. This will make each layer get progressively darker and less noisy, leaving you with a beautiful, smooth finish.
Hola, ¿cómo están? Y hoy estamos un nuevo video para mi canal de TikTok. Así es, y hoy vamos a ver a todos los códigos sean activos en 2022. Y bueno, gente, estos son recordings códigos. Si quieres saber más códigos, cualquier juego sea de parte de Roblox, y entonces que vaya a seguir mi cuenta de TikTok que le gustes.
When you see shows like this that are so off the wall, do you think, what is wrong with these fashion houses? One of the hardest things about high fashion is that it's not really about what we wear every day. It's actually more like walking art. And so when you critique it, you need to critique it based on not how wearable it is, but what it's speaking to. And I would say this Marc Jacobs show is very much like the Margiela show in that they're both using caricature, which actually isn't a negative word. It just means that you're using exaggeration. All you Margiela stans complaining I said it's caricature. It's also reminiscent of the Schiaparelli show, which is talking about how the present is impacted by the past. In this case, 2000s technology. And how is this talking about the past? It's really looking at things like 1960s office culture, where you might have a beehive or a bouffant while you sat at your desk and did work. Remember, this is a time when the word computer was still women who computed. It was also a time where society was changing drastically, and there was a lot of really cultural strife. More and more women were in the workplace. More and more women were going to college. Family structures were drastically changing. Those last few statements I said could sound like our time today. And just like Barbie with her low-key bouffant, used a doll who was super popular in the 60s to talk about our time. Marc Jacobs offers a commentary on femininity and our time through the lens of the 1960s. Now that said, with all of that background, do you like it? Knowing the history doesn't necessarily impact taste. What do you think about this show?
He said, Lana Ray, will you serve me lemonade? I said, yes, Bill, I will. It's the day of the parade, and you look even more handsome than you did the day that I left you.
A-doon, 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 doon, doon. ポンパドールの男子が好きです。だいたいこういう人はウケです。ワンワンワンワンワンワンドン。
इस वीडियो का बहुत ही ज्यादा ट्रेंड चल रहा है और बहुत से लोगों को बनानी ही नहीं आती। तो आज मैं आप लोगों को इस वीडियो का फुल ट्यूटोरियल बताऊंगा। तो विदाउट वेस्टिंग टाइम चलते हैं अपनी मोबाइल स्क्रीन पर। मोबाइल स्क्रीन पर आ जाने के बाद आपको प्ले स्टोर या ऐप स्टोर ओपन कर लेना है। ओपन करने के बाद यहाँ पर सर्च करना है फोटो लीप। ये सर्च करने के बाद आपको इसको डाउनलोड करके ओपन कर लेना है। ओपन करने के बाद आपको टैप करना है AI सीन पर। उसके बाद कंटिन्यू पर टैप करके आपको कोई अपनी इमेज सिलेक्ट कर लेनी है। सिलेक्ट करने के बाद आपकी पिक्चर ऑटोमेटिकली एडिट हो जाएगी। इसको सिंपली सेव कर लेना है। उसके बाद आपको टिकटॉक ऐप ओपन कर लेनी है। ओपन करने के बाद यहाँ पर सर्च करना है SG एडिटर। ये सर्च करने के बाद आपको इस वीडियो पर टैप करना है। फिर आपको टेम्पलेट पर टैप करना है और दोनों पिक्चर सेलेक्ट कर लेनी है, एडिट एंड विदाउट एडिट। फिर आपकी वीडियो रेडी हो जाएगी। फिर सिंपली इसको एक्सपोर्ट टू टिकटॉक कर लेना है और वही साउंड अप्लाई करना है जो आप लोगों ने सेव किया था।
Alright, check it out. Since my art hit your page, can you do me a big favor and watch this video? Because this took me many hours to do. So I hope I get 1 like, couple of comments what you think of it. And if you can, maybe share with somebody that might like my artwork. Because I put a lot of love and effort into this. So I hope you guys blow this video up and show some love. I would really appreciate it.
Okay, so it's day 573 of shaking the shelf to see how I feel. Oh, I feel like crap.
Oh, no, 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 no. No, 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 no.
Attention all artists, I want to see your sketch versus your final. I want to see how messy they are or how neat they are. So use this sound so we can all see.
Thank you for saving your favorite and views. I'm glad y'all enjoy my art. Here's a drawing of Dash.
Okay, so it's day 573 of shaking the shelf to see how I feel. Oh, I feel like crap.
I found this trick with TikTok. It's amazing. So if you want to save your video and use it on another app, you simply save your video, leave the app immediately. So save on TikTok, leave the app immediately, wait a second or two, come back in, it'll finish downloading and it'll be saved without the watermark. And you can go in and you can use it on another app. I suggest on the other app, add a sticker, add a sound, change something so that it becomes organic there. But it's fantastic. No watermarks. Have fun with that.
I would rather die.
Then you will die!
You're a nail artist panicking about having to paint the Grinch for the holidays? Don't worry. I got you. Your nail art teacher is here. First thing we're gonna do is paint a gumdrop shape with a jelly bean underneath it. I know that sounds weird, but that's the shape of the Grinch's head. Go ahead and fill that in, and when you're done, add a little square on the bottom for his neck. Next, you're gonna paint 2 slanted teardrop shapes for his eyes, and they should be positioned right where the gumdrop meets the jelly bean, if you know what I mean. Draw some little white circles around his neck and the crown of his head. This is just like the fluff on the Santa suit. Definitely doesn't need to be perfect. In fact, the more irregular it looks, the better. To complete the Santa hat, draw a triangle with almost like a little tail coming out of it. And looks like I forgot to film myself adding the little fluffy ball at the end, but don't forget that. Gotta have the fluffy ball. Draw a little C shape for his nose and 2 candy canes for his eyebrows. And now we're gonna set up for placing the mouth. I want you to paint 2 dots on either side of his face and 1 in the lower middle. I love using a dot plotting method like this when I have to place a line that's a little bit in the middle of nowhere, if you know what I mean. The dots just make it a lot easier to get things even on the first try. All right, he's really coming together. I'm just gonna add his lower lip and chin. I guess he doesn't really have an upper lip. It might just be kind of that whole thing up there. Anyways, when you're doing the rest of the outline, I recommend keeping everything super sketchy to fit with the Dr. Seuss style. This is also why I love characters like this for beginners, because the line work is very low pressure. When you're done, throw on your favorite matte taco. Yes, I did say taco. If you know, you know. And look at that! You just painted the Grinch! I hope this made you feel less intimidated by nail art. Let me know what you think and follow me for more crazy nails.